All right, Shalom. Your eyes are not deceiving you. You know what I'm saying? It's going down right now. So you got a large split among MAGA. These people want the tapes because they know they want the lists, right? They want the lists. And they're doing an intentional cover up to hide all these so-called high profile people that went to Epstein, the Epstein Island fiasco. All right. And they're showing you that the deviant Esau Edom is, how they get down. But it's going down right now. And you're seeing so many different things going down in this country at one time. This is the end. So I'm going to get into 3 videos. I'm going to let the videos do the talking, be interjecting here and there, but to show you what's really going on, because some brothers and sisters might not be up to speed to what's going on. But yeah, it's like they covered this up, but they slipped, right? It's like Esau is getting sloppy, like the drug dealer. I hate to use that analogy, but I'm giving you a visual. It's like the drug dealer is hitting licks in the daytime. Everybody can see his ass. That's how Esau is getting sloppy with all his lies. So if you tell one lie, you got to tell another lie. Then you got to tell another lie. And these devils are getting tripped up in their own lives. And the American public, to a certain degree, is waking up to the bullshit. What we've been saying, that all this shit is a scam. You've been lied to about everything. Your whole sense of reality of what you know as life has been engineered to you. What do I mean? I mean, who the fuck told you about a credit score? Who told you to get a job? You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck said you had to go to school? People don't know even what words mean. So it's deep. Everything that you've been taught is through a perspective of what they want you to know, of what they want you to know and wanted you to know. So everything that you've been taught has been socially engineered to you. So nothing, that's why you got to go deep to really find the truth and see what's really going on in the world. But evil people run this world, Edomites. And it's deep. We get into this first video. I'm gonna go to this first video. Give me 1 second. Now, this video right here is Trump. Of Trump, I think this is an older video, but you're gonna see what he say. And that's how these elites get down. And you don't even want to know what goes on. It gets deeper and darker than this, right? But I'm gonna show you what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Because um, the presidents are just puppets, right? The Jake people of Esau Edom that run the banking system, the Illuminati or whatever you want to call them, the powers that be, Jake could say that. They put perverseness and wickedness and homosexuality, LGBT, feminism, women empowerment. They've set up all these agendas to destroy the fabric of this world, and especially destroy you Israelites. Get into this first video. Check it out.
Moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it. I did try and fuck her. She was married.
It's huge news there.
No, Nancy. Yeah. No, this was, and I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. Moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it. I did try and fuck her. She was married.
It's huge news there.
No, Nancy. Yeah. No, this was, and I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there. And she was married. And all of a sudden, I see she's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look. I better use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. Just kiss. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. Grab them by the pussy. Grab them by the pussy. Grab them by the pussy.
Right. So the guy that you've been presented as DT, right, is a deviant. You know what I'm saying? That's what you didn't know, right? This is the perversion. There's no one more perverse as Esau Edom. That's in the scriptures. So you seeing what's really going on to a certain degree behind closed doors, and they get more raw and more demonic than this. 1 second. Now this is other Edomite right here. Edomite looking guy that's gonna pretty much go off because he knows a bunch of bullshit that's going on. They're trying to cover this up, but it's making him. They got sloppy on this one, and there's gonna be more things be revealed as we get close to this shit show being over with. It's just the beginning phase of all the wickedness, all the crimes and atrocities that has been done behind closed doors. And this guy, portray himself as righteous, but this is the wicked.
Your name appeared in the Epstein files. Uh-oh.
On what? On the
DOJ and FBI.
on what? On what subject?
Epstein. Okay. On Epstein. Of the review of the files. Attorney General Pam Bondi.
A very quick briefing.
Did she tell you? What did she tell you about the review? And specifically, did she tell you at all that your name appeared in the file?
No. She's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen. And I would say that, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden
Shut up, man. If they made all these files up, then why didn't they put them out? If they made them up, then how do you know that they existed?
Bingo. So you got some people that's really thinking about this. They're critical thinking, and they calling out, they catching them lying, trapping them up, tripping them up, and they lie, right? Because when you tell one lie, you got to tell another, and it's infinite, right? So Esau Edom has been found out, right? These are the biblical Edomites that have related themselves as white, the Europeans, Caucasian, the British, right? The Australians, the Canadians, Americans, so on and so forth. This is the people that's govern this world through wickedness. And it gets darker and more demonic than this. This is nothing.
Then why didn't they release him? None of this makes any fucking sense, bro. He's just cut this shit the fuck out, bro. Like, really?
We went through years of that with the Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years of it, but she's handled it very well.
But you got to at least say that you believed it, though, right? Because, if you're going around and you're bad-mouthing a whole Slick Willie, you're bad-mouthing Bill Clinton. That wasn't fair to Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein. That island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew.
And you said he was a pedophile.
And it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. Yeah.
It's outrageous.
On Texas, how many more seats do you want the Republicans to?
Do you want the Republicans to lose? I don't know. It depends on how much longer you want to talk about this bullshit.
They were made up by Obama. They were made up by the Biden,
Like, he's losing midterms because of this? Yeah, he's actually I want to let you guys know, this is such a massive thing. Of all the things you can fuck up on, this is one of the biggest things for you to fuck up on. It's much bigger than we think. The thing is that I don't care. We need to get the information out. I don't care about, oh, wow, it's going to destroy the government. God. I was already sold, but wow, really?
Right, let me get into this next video. Give me 1 second. Matter of fact, before I get into this next video, they the one gas you people up and told you, they got the files. They actually showed a video.
He's dead for a long time.
They had the big, thick files that they was going to release the names and all this. This was all bullshit. Esau Edom is a master liar. So if they'll lie about this, they'll lie about anything. They've been lying to you. That's why they won't tell you the Israelites. They'll never tell you that. That's not going to happen. They're going to keep this lie going that the J people are, descended from, the Israelites, but they're just liars. That they the masters of liars and deception. Let's get into this Epstein video. See, it's a lot of shit going on. You need to probably, get caught up to speed if you haven't, because this is going to expose a lot of other stuff. And they had, I forget these guys' name, but they, pretty much got high ranking positions. They lied too. Everybody's in on this lie. Give me 1 second. So check this out. So he gonna break it down. I'm not gonna interject, and I'm gonna grab a scripture, and then you're gonna see.
The raw Epstein
Epstein footage was modified according to its metadata, despite Dan Bongino previously saying that they would release the original footage so you wouldn't think there were shenanigans?
There's video. We are working on cleaning it up to make sure you have an enhanced, and we're going to give the original so you don't think there were any shenanigans.
Well, unfortunately,
They lied. You know what I'm saying? This shit is deep. And people, like I said, a common so-called American is waking up to this as well, that that this whole thing is lie. They've been lying on top of lies on top of lies. So they know people, are starting to wake up to a certain degree. They know everything that they hear is they full of shit and it's lies.
that's not what we got. Even the raw video, the original video, was put into Adobe Premiere Pro. This is a scoop from Wired. Quote, metadata shows the FBI's raw Jeffrey Epstein prison video was likely modified. And basically, they pulled the metadata and showed that the footage appears to be assembled from at least 2 source clips, saved multiple times, exported, and then uploaded to the DOJ's website, where it was presented as raw footage, which technically it is not. Now, I pulled the EXIF data myself. This is what it looks like. You can see that there's these ingredients file path here, where you can see 4 different files. 2 of them are just identical. So 2 unique files here that have been basically stitched together is the most charitable interpretation. But look, the stunning incompetence, if that's what this is kind of hard to take.
Yeah, this ain't incompetence. This was purposely done, right? I'm Slocky, brothers. I said I wasn't going to interject, but I have to. But they go to show you that this is a fucking devil and it's a liar. You know what I'm saying? All these Edomites.
Over and over, they sort of hype up what they have and then deliver something different in a meaningful way. I mean, you cannot say, hey, we're going to give you original footage so you don't think there are shenanigans, and then you splice together 2 clips in Premiere Pro. I mean, yes, maybe you didn't do anything with it, but it kind of ruins the whole chain of evidence. Wired actually quotes a professor of UC Berkeley whose research focuses on digital forensics. He has testified in numerous court cases, and he says, if a lawyer brought me this file and asked if it was suitable for court, I'd say no, go back to the source, do it right, do a direct export from the original system, no monkey business. So that kind of puts it all together. I mean, maybe this is all charitably just incompetence.
But again, it ain't no incompetence. See, a lot of you Americans can't fathom what's going on and what's been going on. You've been getting lied to. They lied about weapons of mass destruction. That's all you need to know. They lied about that. You know what I'm saying? And if they lie about that, they lied about everything else that you know of. Everything that you've been told is pretty much a lie. They lied to you about what real money is. They lied. Why the fuck you got to have a job in this system and get paid with fake imaginary money, right? You know what I'm saying? And, it's crazy, man.
It was just, hey, there was a minute at night missing because it's an old analog video system and there were 2 different files. They spliced it together. But even that was done horribly in the worst possible way. For instance, the video aspect ratio suddenly shifts as the tape changes over, or whatever they claim. You can see that right here. There's a sudden shift in the video. I have not changed this video in any way. I have it in the Premiere Pro timeline, which I guess they had as well. So this is as intended. So there's this just weird shifts in the footage. I mean, this was done in actually a very sloppy way after they explicitly talked about needing to do it in the right way so the American public...
So they lied, you know what I'm saying?
...public could rely on it.
I'm not going to withhold information from the American public ever, but I'm also not going to rush to get it out there in a format in which they can't rely on it.
Except that's exactly what they did. The promises that were made are just consistently not kept. When you go on Fox News and say you're gonna do it right, you're gonna give us the original video so we don't think there are shenanigans, and then you do this, yes, we can interpret you charitably, but it leaves room for doubt.
Yeah, of course it's doubt because you're the devil. And then, of course it's a lie. But if this Edomite see this video that doing this video, you got to wake the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? This was all intentionally done because this is all a part of a big agenda to cover this up. You can't be that fucking naive, right? But I'm gonna call it a lesson. Hopefully this has been edifying. Call halal Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rachak, Gwadash. Shalom.